I really need to move somewhere warmer. Wait, do we have an office in the Maldives? This month's vlog is coming to you from the winter wonderland that is my garden. It's so snowy here, look at this. Look at this snow. For those of you who know me, you know I hate snow. So the fact that I'm in my garden right now filming in the snow for you, that is pure dedication. It's vlog number 9, you guys. I cannot believe that it's 9 months since our first vlog. Thank you all for your likes and your shares and your comments on all of the vlogs. We're gonna hit our 1-year anniversary very, very soon. This month is all about location, location, location. So colleagues who have moved from their hometown to a new location across the world to work for Pearson. Before we get to all the good stuff, cue that intro music. Now, I'm going to take you on a little walk with me while I do this vlog because I need to keep moving to keep the blood flowing. So this month we hear from our colleagues around the world who have taken an opportunity at Pearson, but for a different area. So they have moved to places like Dubai, Australia, San Francisco, amazing. And we've had people from India come to the UK as well. I mean, look at this. Would you want to come to the UK right now? Look at this. Too much snow, too much snow. Providing our people with the opportunity to move around to different locations in the world not only opens up new doors for them professionally, but also personally, to be able to move to a different culture, a different environment. It's really exciting that Pearson provides you this opportunity and has a team dedicated at Pearson that helps you do this. The Global Mobility team help our Pearson colleagues move to their new home location, and I'm going to let Elizabeth tell you more about that.
It is our pleasure on a daily basis to help move Pearson employees from one location to the other. What we enjoy the most about our job is that every day is different and that we really get to see how the changes that we help facilitate can help the business, and how the employees that we move from one place to the other are creating a wonderful future for Pearson as well. The challenges of moving people from one location to another is that you are disrupting people's lives, and there's a co-investment. The employee and the company are both investing in getting them to their new location, and our goal is to help them hit the ground running and be able to complete their tasks and be happy in their new home. Why people choose to move locations from work: sometimes it has to do with career development, personal growth, having a new experience. That's from a personal perspective. From a business perspective, the locations changes sometimes have to do with where a person's team sits, because even in a virtual world, we still sometimes need to have teams sitting together. Behind me is a picture of a propeller plane, so I do want to let you know that since we are a digital company, we are cutting edge. We no longer move people with propeller planes. Anyway, please reach out to any of my team members or to myself if you need to know more about mobility and how we can help get you to your next location.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Now let's hear from some of our colleagues who have moved to their new home.
I moved from the UK to Australia back in February 2012. I am a strategic alliance manager based in our university partnerships team. My move was very much driven by work. It was a career opportunity for me, and I definitely grabbed it with both hands. End to end, I moved within about 6 weeks. Now, with hindsight, that worked very well for me. It meant that I didn't have too much time to think about whether this was the right choice for me, and too much time to and ah. I really just grabbed the opportunity with both hands and dived in. Now, I appreciate that's not so easy for everybody. At the time, I didn't have any dependents. I was single, and I was able to make that decision very much based on what I wanted for myself and what I wanted for my career. But looking back, I know that it was absolutely the right decision for me, and probably one of the best decisions that I have ever made. The first thing that I would say is that be comfortable with the fact that it does take time. It takes time to settle into a new role, to settle into a new part of the business in my case, and also a new country. And be kind to yourself and give yourself the time that you will need to settle in. And the other tip that I think I would give is say yes. Say yes to all the opportunities that will come your way by being in a new environment. That might be meeting new people, it might be trying new cultural experiences, it might be trying new food, but say yes and lean in. And I really think that that paves the way and paves the foundations for you to have absolutely the best experience that you possibly can in your new country.
Well, I started in Pearson about 3 years ago, and I started as the head of HR for Indian subcontinent and Middle East. And then about 7 or 8 months ago, I moved over to the UK to a new role here, which is HR for HR and legal. So I moved to London with the new role, and here's where I'm working and living now. Global mobility team helped me a lot. They helped with the visas and some of the stuff. To be honest, I didn't move too much stuff over, which also helped. But it was really easy. It took all of about 2 months, including visas and everything. And me and my family moved over, so it couldn't have been easier and better actually. I think the primary motivator was the work opportunity. It's a different role, operating at a global level, which is a great opportunity to learn and to make an impact. So the primary motivation clearly was work, but at the same time, personally, it's such an enriching experience for me and my family to move here, to learn about a new culture, experience a new country, and also get a global exposure with my role. So in the end, it's turned out well, both from a professional and a personal perspective. I think my top tip is go with a positive set of mind frame, because there will be some things that will go wrong, but in a new culture there's so much to experience, there's so much to learn, and there's so much to absorb. So if you just go with a positive mindset, you'll just experience great things and have a great time.
I first joined Pearson UK back in 2010. I was working in the customer services, account services team, so I was managing key work-based learning centres across the UK. I then wanted to know how we conduct assessment, and within the last 3.5 years I've worked in various different assessment teams, ranging from BTEC assessment, work-based learning assessment, and my final role in the UK, which was creating progression tests for GCSEs. So I'm currently a regional development manager in the vocational team within the Middle East hub. So I cover UAE schools and also the vocational provisions in Kuwait and Bahrain. So the reason why I wanted to move was I wanted something quite challenging, something that would take me out of my comfort zone. And I also wanted to know more about the commercial side of the business, and I felt this role ticked all those boxes. The move went really well. I had a lot of support from the UK as well as the Middle East, and I've joined a really supportive and friendly team who have made recommendations on places to go, places to live, and I'm really, really happy. So a tip I would give would be to be more proactive in terms of getting to know the wider Pearson products and services. The more knowledge you have, the more opportunities are available, as well as networking. Get to know people within the business, not just the UK, but the wider business, wider Pearson business.
So in January 17, I came here to the Strand and went to one of our great discovery days on the 10th floor. I had the opportunity to play around with some of the immersive teams, equipment, mainly the HoloLens. And yeah, I walked away from that visit and all those demos thinking, yes, I really want a job in that team. I really want to work there. And luck would have it, when I was looking on Taleo, about 5 months later, a role came up and I went for it. And luckily I was offered the role a few weeks later. So fast forward 9 months later, my husband, who's American and works for PwC, got offered a promotion back in his hometown in San Francisco. And I was faced with a very sad prospect that I might have to leave Pearson. So started some really frank conversations with my manager and director if there's any opportunities that I could still stay within Pearson. Thankfully, the immersive team, it was already built in their strategy that they were going to expand the team out into the US, and I was just a little bit early, but thankfully we've worked together and managed to make it work in such a way that I add value to the team and is actually really offering a benefit, me being out there rather than here. So now all that stress and organization's out the way, I'm just really excited to move next week. Our head of sales and I have planned the next couple of weeks, and it's looking pretty busy. When I get out there, we're traveling a lot around the US to various sales meetings, events, and hopefully some really good opportunities. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see where my career goes now, and obviously really relieved and excited to stay with Pearson.
Up next, we hear from Tia Finn, who talks to us about Culture Wizard. Coincidentally, Tia also moved from the US to the UK, but I'm going to say no more. I'm going to let her tell you more about that.
4 years ago, when Pearson offered me the opportunity to come to London and work on a manager development project, it didn't take me long to say yes. And I thought it would be easy moving to London because they speak English here. Boy, was I surprised. Culture can be surprising because it's not really about the language that we speak or the food that we eat or the clothes. It's more about thousands of years of people living together in the same place and creating habits about how they live and work and communicate. It takes a long time to fit into a culture too, but eventually it all works out. In the 17 years I've been at Pearson, they've helped me carve out a career that lets me do the work that means the most to me, helping others develop and grow to do their best work. And along the way, I've never stopped growing and learning. I hope you don't stop that either. And if you want a way to explore other cultures without leaving your home, we've got a tool that can help you do that. It's called Culture Wizard, and you can use it anytime, anywhere, just by clicking on the wizard icon on MyCloud. Once you set up your profile and complete your Culture Calculator quiz, you're set. And then you can begin exploring and looking at cultures where your colleagues live and work. And then you can reach out and make an even stronger connection. If you're getting ready for a business meeting in a country you've never learned about, check out the country profiles and the pocket guides so you can make a great first impression. If you're getting ready for a trip, the country profiles and all of the information in Culture Wizard can help you get the most out of that trip. There's also a mobile app that you can access anywhere, anytime, and it's super easy and fun to use in the airport when you're getting ready to get on the plane for that big adventure. I hope you'll check out Culture Wizard and learn more about all the cultures that make up the world of Pearson.
I hope you found that super useful, and I'll pop a link to Culture Wizard down in the description below. As ever, if you like this vlog, please do like and comment and share and do all of the social networking things, because as you know, I love that stuff. And you guys, I'm in the snow. I'm here in the snow filming this for you. I deserve your likes and your shares and your comments. This vlog will be on the Pearson YouTube channel, on course on Neo, and on LinkedIn Elevate. So I do hope you get involved and share with your network. Be sure to tune in to the advocate group on Neo. It's where we continue to learn, to grow, to share and upskill together. Until next time, bye!